Would you please lead in prayer tonight?
Our most gracious Heavenly Father, I want to thank you for this day. And Lord, we just thank you for all the blessings that you give us each day. And we just ask that you bless this meeting and that it would be held in a way that would honor you. And we just thank you for your Son Jesus that died on the cross. These things we ask in thy name. Amen.
Lord, we now stand and pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And once again, everything I'll lean over. I just got too big of a head. Okay. Every time I grunt.
It moves.
All right. Let's go ahead and call this meeting to order. If you have a cell phone, please mute or turn them off. It would be greatly appreciated. Okay. 11:03. Okay. Go ahead and call the roll, please.
All right. Ms. Marble?
Here.
Eugene?
Here.
Mayor Self?
Here.
Brenda? Here. John?
Here.
Steve?
Here.
Mr. Mayor, you have a quorum.
All right. After we conduct our business, we'll be open for comments or questions. As a formality, face coverings must always be worn by everybody in the meeting room. If you do not have a face covering, you will be asked to leave the room. All right, let's go ahead and cover the minutes from the June 8th meeting.
The regular meeting of the Town of County Line, June 8th, 2020. Mayor Self called to order the regular meeting of Town Council at 7 p.m. on June 8th in the Town Hall. The invitation was given by Myrtle Bay Creek. The Pledge of Allegiance was recited by all. The roll call was had. The following persons were present: Mayor Arthur Self, Councilors Myrtle Bay Creek, Eugene Kiley, John King, and Steve Brewer. Brenda Lowe was absent. The minutes from the May regular meeting were read. Eugene Kiley made the motion to accept them as read. Seconded by Steve Brewer. Motion was unanimous. The financial for May were given. Steve Brewer made the motion to accept them as read as given. Eugene Kiley seconded. The motion was unanimous. Old business, there is no change on Copper City Road potholes. It also needs some more trim work. Update on the FEMA grant application. We have an email from Mr. Lee. The town application was not selected for this grant cycle. We can't reapply this year. We will make a few changes and reapply when other funds are available. The mayor and Mr. Lee will keep trying. The update on the Alawest versus Mobile lawsuit is Judge King has rescheduled the hearing on the motion to dismiss County Line from the lawsuit for July 1st, 2020 at the Blount County Courthouse. Mayor Self plans to speak. We are waiting on the clerk. We're waiting on the clerk to get a quote for a parking lot perimeter fence. And the clerk's office printer failed and was replaced at a cost of $381.43 at Best Buy. The printer package included one laser. printer, scanner, copier, fax, along with 2 toner cartridges, which should last for about 7,500 printed copies. New business, Steve Brewer reported that all of the street lights as of May 1st were on. Pole number 60 on County Line Road has its dome hanging by the wires only. He also asked for someone to check all the streets for need of road trim. Lott and Jefferson County will be contacted to do the mow-trim work. There was discussion on the upcoming election requirements. Mayor Self referred to the election manual for the information and dates. A motion to adjourn was made by Steve Rule, seconded by John Cooney. Motion carried. Meeting adjourned 7:45. Respectfully submitted by Lucy Powers.
All right, any questions or comments or corrections?
A comment, that was July 1st, 2020 about the, lawsuit?
Yeah, we will discuss it.
Okay, all right.
I'll be calling that a little bit later.
The trim work the last time I was here, I don't know how many days it was after I went up and down Copperville, down, like I say, the potholes still there. But it looked like they'd cut the grass on the sides, but they still going back to it. So that's the last time I checked. We got this sign.
We'll get that,
Okay.
in a few minutes. We'll just, get the minutes reviewed, and then we'll move on to the next item. Are there any other questions or comments about the minutes as read? All right, have a motion to accept as read.
I'll second.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, Brenda made the motion, seconded by Myrtle. All in favor? All right, unanimous, motion approved. Okay. Next thing up will be the financial reports. Let me get them all out here. All right, the first one will be moving Blount County forward. Our beginning balance was $19,095.07. Ending balance was $19,625.92. Okay. Next is the Rebuild Alabama diesel tax. Beginning balance $1,298.45. Ending balance $1,463.78. All right. Next is Rebuild Alabama gas tax. Beginning balance is $4,439.36. Ending balance is $4,873.03. All right, our capital improvements fund, beginning and ending balance is $14,909.17. All right, the 2 and 7 road accounts, beginning balance is $12,176.80. Ending balance is $12,399. All right, the 4, 5, and 6 road accounts, beginning balance is $10,500. $120.45. Ending balance is $10,818.25. And the last one is our general fund account. The beginning balance was $609.15. Ending balance was $17,270.35. Any questions or comments on the financial reports?
I make a motion, we accept as read.
I'll second it.
All right, Steve has made the motion to accept as read, seconded by Eugene. Follow.
That was Steve.
Steve made the motion, Eugene seconded, all in favor? All right, motion carried unanimously. All right, let's see, okay, yeah. Okay. I have to ask, all right, I think I already know the answer. Any changes to potholes in Cottonville?
Mr. Baker,
Yeah,
Okay,
we have a lot of cows out and it's running up and down the road.
Sheep.
Maybe it's cow patty.
Yeah, did you see the sheep?
I mean, they're all babies. I don't know. I guess they're coming from Sir Francis's pasture. I don't know who has it now.
all right. Okay. All right, next thing on my list of old business was the lawsuit, Allen West versus Nova Hill, that, Knott County and County Line were added as defendants. I did attend the hearing, last Wednesday, and, the judge has it under consideration at this point, but the attorney feels strongly that, we will be dropped along with the county, because, even though we were added to the lawsuit, we were not, the lawsuit did not say that we caused any damages or caused any harm. So they didn't identify what we did wrong or why we were on the lawsuit. So, just waiting to hear back from the judges. We're going to, we'll continue on to monitor that. All right, next up is the perimeter fence. Met with the gentleman, a couple hours before this meeting, and we discussed on where we wanted to put the, fencing, and, what we're gonna do is, gonna bring it up to the building where the asphalt turns to, or, where the asphalt and concrete meets on each side of the building. And that'll leave, all the concrete open, so that you can get your motor in and out. And there would be no gates, just straight wire. And it'll come from the street down to the corner where the asphalt and concrete meet on both ends of the building. Okay. And, we were looking at it, and if need be, there may not be enough room to get by the speed bump and the edge of the fence, but you can come right in through the door to the handicap space and go up and down the sidewalk either way. Anyway, and, did he give you an estimate?
An estimate, but his estimate was for
gates
to
and,
come down this way and also go. I want, oh, it was to go around the.
Septic tank.
Septic tank, that's it.
right, right, and was, that would be included, what, we're talking about.
Uh-huh.
That didn't change, we're gonna do what was
Now,
originally
I
discussed on
I
it.
have an estimate.
Okay, and is to present it to the council, get their approval.
I was thinking
And the whole place is not gonna be fenced in, just part of it, is that what you're
It's
saying?
just the parking lot, we're gonna basically string off the parking lot to keep them from driving through the parking lot and then off across through the grass.
Yeah.
Because you can see tire print, or you can see where somebody has driven a truck across the yard recently, and the grass is still laying down.
We drove
Well,
on the
will they
property
not
the
go
other day.
somewhere else though, around the thing?
Well, he can go around the fence, but, he's gonna have to go on his property to do it. Yeah. And we're gonna run it from the edge of the parking lot down here, down the road to about, 3 or 4 feet from the utility
Will it
marker
come,
there.
will it come, or it'll go out that way, but it won't come this way?
Now, it won't come back to
Okay.
along the property line, because there's a disputed line.
Did he tell you how many feet that would be?
Now,
Well, he estimated 250 feet, Mr. Mark. And, he gave me $1,470.
that, probably close to that, maybe a little less. But there's no gates involved, so that should reduce some of the price.
Uh-huh.
And that, wouldn't expect to be too much less, but, what does the, council think? On that, estimate?
You said on this side over here, it's going from the sidewalk out to the road and then down.
No, it'll go out to the road,
Out to the road.
where we got the, speed, or the tire stops along the front of the, parking lot.
Yes.
And the wire will go down to the last one. It's on down at this end that, is turned, instead of being parallel to the road, the last one is angled, more, almost a 90 degree. Anyway, it's gonna go down at least that far.
That is chain on.
Now, it's gonna be, basically a 3/8 inch wire strung between posts. And, it's not a fence, it's just
For the post and run
post,
over to it.
post every 10 feet or so, and then the wire, 3/8 inch wire. And, he said he's gonna weld the clips so that nobody be taking them loose. But, again, it's, primarily just to make it, to keep them from driving through the town and, hopefully prevent them from caving into septic tank again.
I was
And we have, submitted information to the attorney to, try to recoup the expense that it cost us for that septic tank. File a claim against his insurance, or have him pay it.
Do we have cameras inside? Do
Pardon?
we have cameras to see, so we can prove who's doing it? I mean, we know who's doing it, but we can't, can we prove it?
$129 you could get one the same that you.
If, yeah, no, we can't prove it, but we know who did it. And he can deny it, but we still know who did it.
Well, yeah, we
Yeah,
know, but what
well-
I'm saying is, we can't make them pay for
His
it.
workers did it. His workers did it, so, anyway, we'll see what we can get.
I was here this week and I heard a truck behind the building. And I stepped to the door and looked up, and the termite coming, and he was going back into the railroad bed, because he had to have gone off our yard some, because his truck was already at an angle this way, crossways the railroad bed, and he went out to the end and turned and went back down. So you know me, I grabbed my keys and I walked outside to the corner and walked around the side of the building to look back to make sure the septic tank area is okay. And one of his men was standing by another truck back this way, and he was watching. Didn't bother me, but anyway, I made sure that was okay, and then I just went back in. I didn't say anything.
Yeah. It kinda
But
hard to pass up that
They know
barrier
we're
up there.
watching.
Anyway, all right, going back to the estimate, all right, we want to proceed with this, having the, barriers put up.
Information that we haven't put up, so we can keep our septic tank
Yeah,
safe.
I'll second it.
I'll second it.
all right, Brenda has made a motion to accept the bid, to have the, fencing put up, and Eugene seconded. All in favor? All right, motion carried.
And they put something up, like somebody was running through the yard at night and trip over or something into it,
Well, I
They have-
was thinking that,
or reflector.
we might get some reflectors to hang on there, on the wire,
Could do that.
I mean, that, we can do that relatively inexpensively, I believe. So, anyway, all right, let's see. All right, okay. Okay, on to new business. Just a reminder, as a new business item, tomorrow is a runoff election. Just remind everybody to go vote. You'll see my pretty face down there, so come on down.
How are they gonna do that? So many at a time, or?
Yeah, we'll do, follow the social distancing as much as possible. We'll be disinfecting, we'll have hand sanitizer available for everybody to use. Encourage everybody to wear a mask, but it's not mandatory.
What y'all need to do is have a hose pipe from the fire truck, somebody's not social distancing.
Break it on.
Yeah, anyway, we're taking some precautions, folks. All right, and the other new business, the qualifications for municipal elections, open on the 7th of July and will continue until the 21st. Monday through Friday, Town Hall will be open for qualifications from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday through Friday, except the last day, July the 21st, and Town Hall will be open for candidates to qualify from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Qualification closes at 5 p.m. Tuesday, July 21st of 2020. And that is 5 p.m. Central Daylight Savings Time. Okay. I didn't make everybody a copy of this, but I did go ahead, I signed an agreement, a sub-grant, let me read this correctly here. a COVID-19 CARES Act sub-grant agreement with Jefferson County. Every municipality in population centers less than 1 million, I think, we're allocated so much money individually. We fell under the Jefferson County's allotment, which included all the municipalities, and each municipality, based on population, was allotted a certain amount of money to be used for COVID-19 related expenses, like our Zoom account, face mask, the hand sanitizer, the cleaning of the building. These are all expenses that can be reimbursed because they were not allocated or budgeted for. And the only other requirement is that the expense takes place between March 13th of 2020 and December 31st of 2020. So, and believe it or not, our allocation for those expenses, $36,395. We will never spend that much money. But we are going to provide personal protection equipment to council members. When we come down here to do council work, we should be providing you these protections. That's why everybody got the mask. And we'll be submitting a claim to Jefferson County to be reimbursed for the cost of the mask, the hand sanitizer, the building cleaning, and things like that. If anybody would like to read the agreement, you're welcome to.
We trust you.
I saw,
The type of, these are the type of expenses that can be submitted for reimbursement. Personal protection equipment, hand sanitizer, mask, gloves, protective clothing, face shields, and I did get Lucy some face shields since she may have to be in contact with, closely with somebody that's qualified. Cleaning and sanitation, medical, with volunteer squad, testing kits. We probably won't be using any of that. The telework expenses, we'll submit our cost of the Zoom account to this. Workplace safety preparations, training, pretty much covers everything that is reimbursable. Should we expend any money for that? So, anyway, I just wanted to let y'all, inform y'all about that. Okay, that's all I have for new business. I don't have any petition applications or complaints, resolutions or ordinance. Okay, everybody got a copy of a proposed mobile home ordinance. I'm not going to read the entire thing, but it's basically establishing some criteria for mobile home parks, and limiting the age of the mobile home that is brought into a mobile home park to no older than 7 years. Okay. It gives minimums for lot sizes, for sewage, for refuse disposal, Um, But there is one section in here that I do want to bring to everybody's attention and get your comments on that. And that is section 12, parking on a private lot. This draft has, it shall be unlawful for any mobile home to be parked within the town for any purpose at a site other than a mobile home park, complying with provisions of this ordinance without a special exception granted by the town council in writing, as may be allowed at the discretion of the town council. Applicant must furnish names, mailing addresses of all property owners within 300 feet of a mobile home park boundary line in order to assist with town council in its determination. Anyway, that section basically prohibits parking a mobile home on a piece of private property, a single family on a single lot. I think we should delete this section entirely. Because I have no problem with no older than 7-year-old mobile home being brought in and placed on a parcel of land owned by an individual for residents. But I would like for you to take time and read through this ordinance to see if there's any other questions or comments. This ordinance will also require that the undercarriage be screened or have an pinning of some sort on all mobile homes and maintained.
Even in parks.
All right?
Even in parks.
Yes, it's required for all mobile homes. You've got 30 days to pin them once a mobile home has been moved into a park. Like I said, it sets down some guidelines for parks and park permitting. Park must have a permit. And it will be renewed annually. There are certain things that have to be complied with. The existing mobile home parks that we have will be grandfathered, but they're still going to require a permit, even though the other stipulations they will be grandfathered in.
But they can't bring new, if they bring new trailers in, they have to.
Yes, they have to comply. Bringing any new trailer or bringing in a trailer to a existing park would still have to comply with this minimum age. So you can't, a mobile home park owner cannot bring in a 20-year-old trailer.
So 1997 is out of the question.
Yes. Anyway, please read this over. I will not present this for first reading because I think it has, we need to all read through it. And if you have any questions or comments on this, please email me. Let me know what your questions or comments are so that I can make changes to this with the attorney and get a final ordinance that we will present to the council.
And section 12 is the one that you want deleted, right?
Yeah, that's section 12, I think is the one that needs to be deleted entirely. I'll read through, I haven't read or studied section 12 completely, but in overall, we shouldn't have any restrictions on, working on private property as a residence. Not as storage, but as a residence. Any questions or comments on the proposed ordinance?
I have a question, I haven't read it all, but if they were, when they bring one into a mobile home park, should there not be, and they're putting it on a lot, connecting it up, shouldn't they be getting an electrical permit
If,
to get
yeah,
power hooked up
yes,
to it?
to connect, they should be, obtaining a, permit to connect electricity. It's just like establishing,
I mean, that's,
electricity to a new home.
uh-huh.
They're bringing in a new home, and it needs to be inspected that it is connected correctly.
And the person delivering it should buy the permit to bring it in.
The owner of the park owner is ultimately responsible
Okay,
for all permits
okay.
that are required for anything that's brought into their park. That's the way I interpret it. Again, I had just gotten this maybe an hour before the meeting. I was able to get it printed out for y'all, but I just started reading it a few minutes before the meeting started. All right,
So when you get sewer, they would have to get a sewer permit? We don't have sewer.
no, we don't,
You should not have a permit to hook it up. You have your septic tank hooked up, right?
No, you have to have a permit, you have to get a permit from Blunt County,
Health inspection.
to dig the septic tank.
But if there's already
I
a
think
septic
that's
tank
the
there,
thing. Huh?
what if there's already a septic tank there? And like, they're pulling an old unit out and putting another one in and hooking it up to the facilities there.
I think they gotta have a permit.
I'm going to look at the
You need to.
building
And then
code,
water hooked up, you need a permit.
the electrical, we've not, I might look at that. There may be a plumbing permit required for the hookup of water and sewage. Like I said, I have to look at the building permit ordinance. Because I think I know that's got the, electrical and the transport or the mobile home movement.
Right,
Permit.
has that,
But I have to look at, plumbing and sewage.
okay.
Supposed to have all of it before they turn the lights on.
Yeah. Yeah, at least I know the electrical, but it may be under one name.
Yeah, it seems like it might be under a building permit, even though it's a manufactured home.
Yeah,
I think it is a
it
building.
should be inspected. Electrical definitely needs to be inspected. But again, let me look at the building code
Okay,
ordinance to see what else is required, or may be required.
okay, so this is being, just, discussed and tabled until the next meeting, or?
Yeah,
discussed?
yeah, we're gonna table this until, next meeting, and then we'll, discuss the finer points. We'll give everybody an opportunity to read through it, and if they have questions or concerns, or would like to see any additions to this made, then, we can address it then. But in the meantime, if you do have questions or concerns, don't hesitate to, and please do go ahead and email them to me, and, I can incorporate them into the draft, so that we can get it next meeting.
I won't be here for the next meeting, so.
You flying,
Uh-huh. Alaska.
okay?
No, I don't take you to the airport.
All right. Okay, that's, the last item I had on my agenda for tonight. Any questions or comments from the council?
I've got a piece of paper here that says it's an email from Tanya Hill. And it says, it's to my understanding that Steve Brewer will let our foreman know if work needs to be done. We will then bill you once the work is complete. Is that something that was
That
just a reminder, or?
Well, I called Tanya and asked her about, the, motoring work that needed to be done. And, she said, she said, let me check on that. And she come back to me with the email. So it means she expects you
Okay.
to let her know when
That'd be good.
street work needs to be.
Anything else from the council?
What about the sign? Somebody painted blue.
Let me update you on that. The man from Luck County showed up at my front door today. The one that came to the door and said that they had the sign for Town Street. For Town Street, and he said, I was told it was on this side of the town hall. I said, no, sir, it's on this corner. He said, oh, it's the blue sign. I said, yes, sir. So they had it out that way. I came on back in here a few minutes later. I thought, well, I'll just check up, see if it's been changed. It's not been changed. I don't know what happened.
What happened to the sign?
Now, these were Blunt County
Yeah.
men. And, I don't know. Do you think it's because that is in Jefferson County? They maybe realized that and they decided not to?
Well, they have done work for us before.
They're working for
They
the
put, big town limit sign up for us down here.
Yeah.
We paid for that service.
I don't know if he got out there and realized he couldn't reach it or what, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know,
But I'm sure I'll hear from him this week, probably.
okay. I don't know why somebody
But the sign
painted that
is
blue.
made and they have it,
So
so,
painted the sign blue?
Yeah, Town Street is blue, I mean, it is a,
They spray painted blue.
yeah,
I got up there looking at it, see if I could take it loose, and I just don't think I leave it blue and think the leather's back.
yeah,
I couldn't get up there to get it.
I'd like to know who's done it, but, no clue. All right, anything else from the council? Okay, you got a question, comment?
My wife would like to know if the street lights can be changed to LED lights.
I guess they, will have to call Alabama Power and find out.
you know, we have different
Or-
It
kinds.
got changed to LED lights. Have you seen them at night?
Yeah,
They light up, it looks like daytime going through these. They changed all of them to LED.
yeah,
And she said, ask them if they can do ours like that. So she made me come up here and ask. I've done my job.
I don't know, it depends on what kind of expense it will be for us. I know LED lights should be cheaper than these.
And that's what she said. Well, you know LED lights are cheaper.
Well, they're more expensive initially to purchase them, but the
They don't
continuous,
cost as much to burn.
right,
They last longer, and they are enclosed. They're not open. They
right,
have an enclosure. It's they're not round, they're more square, where they're flat. They're flat. Next time you go through the Warrior, look at them. It's a flatter light,
yeah.
and it's enclosed.
If it's, requires changing out the fixtures, then I'm sure that's gonna be our expense.
The initial cost, right?
So we can, check
Look
on
into
it, to see if they have any program for us.
Yep.
I was told to ask, that's all I had to do.
Yeah,
Could
well,
we go to moving Blunt County forward and?
Is that not a
no, it's not a,
road and street sign?
well, we pay for street lights out of one of the road funds. Which one is it,
I apologize, but no, it comes out of general fund. It's,
I don't
I
recall
was never
that.
told to take it out of a road account.
Is that part of, I mean, couldn't you use a road account to do that?
The road account, we should be paying the streetlights out of one of the road accounts.
Okay. You tell me which one and I'll be glad to move that money over.
We may have to go
that.
back and look at the records to see where the,
I
streetlights have
went
been.
back and I
It may be,
remember, maybe I
it's
didn't go back
probably
far enough.
eight or 10 years ago.
Probably.
But yeah, I have to read,
I'll check that out this next week.
the League of Alabama Municipalities, in their handbook, they talk about what each of the funds can be used for.
Okay.
Next time you go to the Warrior at night, pay attention to the lights. That's it, But like I said, I've done what I was asked to do.
Well, back to Miss Marcy, tell her we're gonna check.
So as soon as I walk in, she's gonna say, did you ask him?
Tell her,
I'm gonna
yes,
say,
we'll check it.
And Steve is over the lights, and he said, no. That's what I'm gonna tell him.
Well, your phone's gonna burn, start.
Okay. All right.
Open your door. You're gonna be home now.
So, all right, let's go ahead and get wrapped up here.
I make a
Anything else?
motion, we adjourn.
Well, that didn't take long. I got a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
All right, Myrtle made the motion, Eugene seconded, all in favor? All right, motion carried, this meeting is adjourned, thank you very much for coming.
Tell her that Steve